Hello students. So this is the practical class students. So far we have so far we have learned about the acid base titrations and volumetric analysis, right? So what is an acid base titration, students? The titration or the reaction between an acid and an alkali, or acid and a base, and also the indicators used we have seen methyl orange and phenolphthalein depending upon the strength of the base. Okay, strong base phenolphthalein is used and weak base methyl orange is used. Okay, and please write down, students, all the 3 experiments in your observation, and also please copy them into your record. Fine. So today this class we are going to learn the next type of titrations, that is complexometric titrations, under which we have 2 experiments, students. Fine. So what is a complexometric titration? These are the titrations which takes place, or these are the reactions in which a ligand reacts with the metal ion to form a complex. Okay, so the what are complexometric titrations, students? See, I have written on the board. These are the titrations in which a metal ion reacts with the ligand to form a complex. Students, you might be knowing the metal ions. Then what is meant by a ligand? It's nothing but which is capable of donating electrons. Okay, so the titrations which involve the reactions between metal ion and the ligands in order to form complexes are called as complexometric titrations. Okay, so put the heading, take a fresh new page, put the heading complexometric titrations. If you want, you can write the definition, students, but for the experiment purpose to write in the observation and record, we don't need this. If you want, it is if you want, you can note down the definition. It's not mandatory to write in your record and observations. Okay, so as I told you, under complexometric titrations in the syllabus we have 2 experiments. Okay, so today we are going to learn about the first experiment, students, that is estimation of Mg+2 ions. So below the definition, put the heading estimation of Mg+2 ions. Put the heading and underline. So students, as we all know, it starts with the aim. Okay, what is the aim of the experiment, students? The aim is to estimate the amount of Mg+2 ions present in the given solution complexometrically. Okay, what is the aim of the experiment, students? It is to estimate the amount of Mg+2 ions present in the given solution complexometrically. What comes next to aim, students? Principle. So put the side heading principle. So students, here goes the principle like this. Write down. Have you put the side heading principle? Okay. Eriochrome black tea, students. Spelling ERIOCHROME. Eriochrome black, BLACK hyphen T. It is shortly called as EBT indicator, students. Okay, which is also named as solochrome black tea. SOLOCHROME. Solochrome black tea, which is a blue color. The indicator is blue in color, students. Okay, what is it called, ma? EBT or Eriochrome black tea indicator, which is also named as solochrome black tea. Commonly we call it as a EBT indicator. Okay, so in the pH range of 7 to 11, students, in some textbooks you will find 8 to 10.5 like that. So you can write it, round it off as 7 to 11. Okay, in the pH range of 7 to 11, comma, on addition of Mg+2 ions. On addition of Mg+2 ions. Which on addition? EBT indicator. On addition of Mg+2 ions gives a red colored complex, which is nothing but the magnesium indicator complex, which is red in color. So generally we will write it as a in the lab while we are doing the experiment, we'll find it as a light red. We almost call it as a pink in color. Okay. So actually it is said that it gives a red colored complex which is nothing but magnesium indicator complex. Okay students, first understood now? The EBT indicator reacts with the Mg+2 ions present in the magnesium salt to produce a red colored complex which is nothing but magnesium indicator complex. Full stop. Next, what happens at the end point? EDTA, which is the ligand. What is EDTA students? Ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid. Okay. So in the Viva, the first question asked by the examiners, what is EDTA? So what is the full form of EDTA? The most commonly asked question in your Viva. Okay. So EDTA is the ligand students. Ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid. Ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid. I am going to tell you about this EDTA and also its structure I will give you students. Don't worry. Okay. Ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid, close the brackets, combines with, at the end point EDTA combines with the metal ion of magnesium indicator complex. First step, what happened? EBT indicator reacted with the Mg+2 ions resulting in the formation of a complex, that is magnesium indicator complex. Okay. Now EDTA, what it is doing? It is reacting with the metal ion of Mg indicator complex. What is the metal ion here? Magnesium, right? So magnesium indicator complex and releases free indicator. So once the EDTA combines with the metal ion, that means metal EDTA complex will be formed and the indicator will be coming out. So what is the color of indicator students? In the beginning we have seen blue color. Okay. So releases free indicator which is blue in color. So we will be finding the end point as a blue in color. Therefore, we say for this experiment, the end point is generally pink to blue. What is that pink? Red colored complex formed by the indicator and Mg+2 ions. Okay, students. So, this is the principle of our experiment, which is very easy if you try to understand. Okay, once, twice, thrice you read this principle, you will understand this. Okay, students. So students, just write in a rough page or a column. You need not include this. Just about 2 or 3 points about the indicator students EBT. We have seen it has a blue color and it is in the pH range of 7 to 11 or 8 to 10.5, and also it is used for the metal ions like zinc, magnesium, cadmium, calcium, and most commonly in EDTA titrations we use this EBT indicator students. So students, some information about EDTA. What is the full form of EDTA? Full form of EDTA, ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid. Okay. So write down students some points about EDTA so that it will be useful for you. Hexadentate ligand, that means it has 6 electron pair donors, hence it is called as hexadentate ligand, and it can coordinate with the metal ion through its 2 nitrogen atoms. You all know that it has a lone pair of electrons on nitrogen and 4 carboxylic groups students. Okay, so below is the structure of EDTA. Find ethylene diamine. What is ethylene students? CH2 double bond CH2, right? So this is CH2 double bond CH2. Okay. So ethylene, 1 pi bond is broken, and diamine. What is an amine group students? NH2. Okay. So this is 1 amine group and this is 1 amine group. In the place of 2 hydrogens, tetraacid. What is the meaning tetra? 4. Tetraacetic acid. 4 acetic acids. What is acetic acid? CH3COOH. Oh, fine. So CH3COOH I have written here. So NCH2COO minus. 4 acetic acid groups ma. So CH2COO minus, CH2COO minus. Okay. So and also students, you can write one more point about this. It's capable of forming complexes with almost all the metal ions. Okay. So these are some of the, not all I am quoting here, some of the characteristic features of EDTA which are useful for your experimental purpose and also your Viva purpose, students. Okay. Most commonly they will ask you the full form of EDTA, the structure of EDTA, and it has 6 electron pair donors. What are they? 2 nitrogen atoms and 4 carboxylate groups. Okay. So this is some information about EBT indicator and EDTA, students. So generally what comes under principle? Not about EBT and not about EDTA, you should write over there. Just for your information sake, I have given few points, students. So generally under principle, what should come? The reactions. Okay. So whatever we have written in the theoretical part, we will put it in the reaction form. Okay, students. So write down Mg plus 2 plus indicator gives Mg plus 2 indicator complex. Below that, write down, students, its color red. Okay, you remember na, the indicator's color is blue. Immediately after adding Mg plus 2 ions, it forms a complex which is red in color. Next, this Mg plus 2 indicator complex plus EDTA. EDTA is generally represented as H2Y minus 2. In some textbooks you will find it as H4Y. Anything you can mention. Okay, so H2Y minus 2 gives rise to MgH2Y complex plus indicator. So we have written now, it releases free indicator which is blue in color. So here also we are writing that Mg plus 2 indicator plus H2Y minus 2 gives rise to magnesium EDTA complex plus indicator which is blue in color. Okay. So starting with the red, ending with blue. Below left side write down, students, indicator EBT, next end point pink to blue. Generally it should be red to blue, but in the labs while doing the experiment it seems to be just light red color, that is we write it as pink color. Okay. So this is all about principle, students. Next we are going to start the procedure of the experiment. Put the side heading procedure, students. Under procedure, step 1, preparation of standard MgSO4 solution. What is the first step, ma? Preparation of standard MgSO4 solution. So how do we prepare this solution, students? We take 3.08 grams of MgSO4, dissolve it in distilled water. Then what should be done? The volume should be made up to the mark, and then we will calculate the molarity of MgSO4. So write down the procedure. Weigh 3.08 grams of 3.08 grams of MgSO4, comma, dissolve it in distilled water in a 250 ml standard or volumetric flask, comma, make up the volume to the mark and calculate the molarity of MgSO4. Okay, students. So I have shown you in the first experiment how do we weigh the substance, how to transfer it into the volumetric flask. Okay, how to dissolve it, later how to make up the volume to the mark. After that, how to calculate molarity of the standard solution of MgSO4. Okay, this is all about step 1. Step 2, side heading, students, standardization of EDTA. So how do we standardize EDTA? Have you put the side heading, students? Underline it, ma. Next, pipette out 20 ml of standard MgSO4 solution. Pipette out standard MgSO4 solution. We have prepared it in the first step, right? Into a clean conical flask. Comma, add 1 test tube of distilled water. I have written there 1 TT. TT means test tube. Okay. You don't write TT, students, in your observation books. 1 test tube of distilled water, comma, 2 ml of ammonical buffer, 2 ml of ammonical buffer, comma, 2 to 3 drops of EBT indicator, 2 to 3 drops of EBT indicator, all capital letter students, EBT indicator, and titrate against EDTA taken in the burette till the color changes from pink to blue. Underline, pink to blue. Full stop. Repeat the titration. And calculate molarity of EDTA. Okay students, written, pipette out. 20 ml of standard MgSO4 solution into a clean conical flask, comma, add 1 test tube of distilled water, comma, 2 ml of ammonical buffer, comma, 2 to 3 drops of EBT indicator, and titrate against EDTA taken in the burette till the color changes from pink to blue. Full stop. Repeat the titration. Note the titer value. Calculate the molarity of EDTA. Students, here ammonical buffer is added to maintain pH of the solution. Okay. Immediately when ammonical buffer is added, the H plus ions of EDTA will be removed and the pH will be maintained. This is a basic buffer, students, prepared by dissolving NH4Cl in ammonium hydroxide. So this is already prepared. This will be prepared in the laboratory and will be given to you. How much you should add? Just 2 ml of ammonical buffer in order to maintain the pH of the solution. Okay. So this is all about the procedure of standardization of EDTA. Next comes step 3, students. What is step 3? Estimation of Mg+2 ions. Okay. So pipette out 20 ml of the given unknown solution in a clean conical flask. Pipette out 20 ml of the given unknown solution into a clean conical flask, comma, add 1 test tube of distilled water, comma, 2 ml of ammonical buffer, comma, 2 to 3 drops of EBT indicator, and titrate against EDTA taken in the burette. EDTA taken in the burette till the color changes from pink to blue. Full stop. Repeat the titration, comma, note the titer value. Repeat the titration, comma, note the titer value, and calculate the molarity of Mg+2 ions. Calculate the molarity of Mg+2 ions. Full stop. Okay students, these are all the 3 steps of experiment, estimation of Mg+2. Okay, below that write down the result. Put the side heading, students, result. The amount of Mg+2 ions present in the given solution is dash grams per liter. Full stop. So far we have written aim, principle, reactions, procedure, steps 1, 2, 3 and result. So next, what's remaining, students? Observations and calculations. Students, while writing in your record, in observation, okay, after completing all these, you can write at a time observations and calculations. But while writing in record, students, first page, you will put the heading aim, principle, reactions, step 1. So right side page, if there is step 1, left side page, there will be observations and calculations of step 1 only. Okay. So turn the page, step 2 and step 3. So divide the page into half, left side. Upper half you will write the calculations of step 2 and the bottom half we will be writing the calculations of step 3. So don't write like step 3 in this page. Turn the page and don't write the calculations of step 2 in the back page. Okay. It looks awkward, right? So don't do like that, students. First experiment, I have given you the example I have written in the record and I have sent you the pictures. Please kindly follow that for the other experiments also. If you do that, I will not correct your records. Okay. So now put the side heading observations and calculations. Step 1. Weight of empty weighing bottle. Weight of empty weighing bottle, comma, W1 equals to dash grams. Next, weight of bottle plus substance, that is MgSO4. How much are we weighing, students? 3.08 grams. That is W2 equals to dash grams. Next, weight of the bottle after transferring the substance, W3 equals to dash grams. Next, weight of the substance transferred into the flask. We will get it from W2 minus W3, which is equal to dash grams. Below, therefore, molarity of MgSO4 is equal to weight by liter into molecular weight, which is equal to W2 minus W3 by 246, that is molecular weight of MgSO4 into 1000 by 250. Why? Because we are doing it in a 250 ml standard flask. So we will substitute the value W2 minus W3. Okay. And we will calculate. So the value which you are getting will be the molarity of MgSO4. Okay. So these are calculations under step 1, students. Next, step 2. First, we should write the reaction, students. Mg plus 2 indicator plus H2Y minus 2 gives rise to MgH2Y plus indicator. So, magnesium indicator complex plus EDTA gives rise to magnesium EDTA complex plus indicator. Okay. So, next comes the table, students. So, draw neatly with the scale and pencil. The first column, serial number. Second, volume of MgSO4. Next, burette readings, initial, final. Next, volume of EDTA. Okay. So, serial numbers 1, 2, 3. These are the 3 titrations which we are doing. Volume of MgSO4, we have taken 20 ml. So, 20, 20, 20. Burette readings, initial will be 0. Final will be the reading at which we get the end point, that is pink to blue, and final minus initial gives us volume of EDTA. Okay. So below the table, students, write down MgSO4 versus EDTA. Okay. So below M1, molarity of MgSO4. So this we get from the step 1 calculations. Therefore, for your understanding, I have written there, students, step 1 value. V1, volume of MgSO4, 20 ml. N1, number of moles of MgSO4. From the reaction, it is only 1. Next, M2, molarity of EDTA, question mark. V2, volume of EDTA, that will be the burette reading. N2, number of moles of EDTA, which will be equal to 1. Okay, students, note it down. So students, continue. After that, write down the formula M1V1 by N1 equals to M2V2 by N2. What is to be calculated? Molarity of EDTA, right? So which is denoted as M2. Therefore, M2 is equal to M1 V1 N2 by N1 V2. So I will substitute all the values, multiply, then divide, and the final value will be the molarity of EDTA, students. Okay. So till here is these are the calculations under step 2. Okay. So next, below that, put the side heading step 3. Okay. So it's also there on the board. Step 3. The same reaction, students. Mg plus 2 indicator plus H2Y minus 2. Students, if you cannot remember H2Y minus 2, you can directly write it as EDTA. No problem. Gives rise to Mg H2Y or Mg EDTA plus indicator. Okay. Next comes the table. First column, serial number. Next, volume of Mg plus 2 ions solution. Or you can write volume of the unknown MgSO4 solution. You can write anyway, students, both are same. Here I have written volume of unknown Mg plus 2 ions solution. Next column is burette readings, under which you will have initial and final. And the last column, volume of EDTA. Okay. Again, 3 titration, students. 1, 2, 3. 20 ml, 20 ml, 20 ml, 0, 0, 0. Okay. So till here, write down the table. Next, I will give you the data for step 3. So students, written the table, noted all the values correctly. Serial numbers 1, 2, 3. Volume of the given Mg plus 2 ion solution 20, 20, 20, students. Okay. You have noted now 20 ml, 20 ml. 20 ml. Next, initial 0, 0, 0. Okay. So final will be the readings at which we get the end point. Fine. Final minus initial gives us the volume of EDTA. Fine, students. Clear about the table? Okay. Serial number 1, 2, 3. Volume of unknown solution 20, 20, 20. Next, below the table comes MgSO4 versus EDTA. So this is unknown MgSO4 solution. Second step, that is a standard MgSO4 we did. So the third step, unknown Mg plus 2 we need to find out. So again comes the same MgSO4 EDTA. Therefore, we have written the reaction also the same under step 3. Okay. So M1 molarity of the given MgSO4 which is to be calculated is equal to question mark B1 volume of MgSO4, that is the given unknown solution 20 ml. N1 number of moles of MgSO4 from the reaction is 1. Next comes students M2 molarity of EDTA, that is step 2 value. So in step 2 we calculate molarity of EDTA, right? So that value you will write down here. Next comes V2 volume of EDTA, that is the burette reading, students, where we get the end point. Next, N2 number of moles of EDTA is 1. Next comes the formula M1 V1 by N1 equals to M2 V2 by N2. What is to be calculated, students? M1 is to be calculated. Therefore, M1 is equal to M2 V2 N1 by N2 into V1. So, you will substitute the values, calculate, and the final value you get will be the molarity of a given Mg plus 2 ion solution or nothing but given MgSO4. Okay, students. So, at the end, the amount of Mg plus 2 ions present in the given solution will be equal to molarity into molecular weight. Okay. So, molarity what? The value which you get here. So, that value you will substitute there. So, molarity into 24. So, that gives you the value, that is the amount of Mg plus 2 ions. So, it is dash grams per liter. Okay, students. So, this is all about the first experiment, that is estimation of Mg plus 2 ions complexometrically using EDTA. Okay, so this is the first titration under complexometric titration, students. Okay, so hope I made it clear, ma. Write down the procedure and everything in your observation, and while writing in the record, be very careful, write down neatly. So right side if there is step 1, left side there should be step 1 observations and calculations. Okay, so right side if there is step 2, left side step 2 calculations, and right side if there is step 3, left side step 3 calculations. Okay, so hope I made this experiment clear to you all, students. Okay, thank you.